Good morning, this is Kim Handy, and I'm going to be your instructor for personal finance during the spring 2017 semester. Welcome to this class. I know you're going to enjoy it and learn invaluable information. Okay, so what I did was switch over to the new course management system called Canvas. So I know many of you are familiar with D2L, but the district is slowly transitioning to a uniform course management system across all community colleges, and it's Canvas. I decided to do it this semester, so I'm learning a bit as I go, and you will too. So hopefully this orientation will help us get off on the right foot so we can move forward and learn about personal finance. Okay, so this is what it looks like in Canvas right now. I'm in the announcements section where it says welcome to personal finance of our class, which is Business 320 or FCS 304. I want to start off by telling you how to get there. So if you're on the Sacramento City College website, which you know how to use this site, and you go to e-learning, you will have the option of clicking on D2L or Canvas. So from here, you're going to click on Canvas, and you will need to log in with your student ID number and your regular eServices password, and this class should show up on your dashboard. I'm already logged in, so it's showing up on my dashboard. Concepts in Personal Finance. So you would click on that class, and it will take you over here. This will be our shell. So let's start off by going over our shell. We have the announcement section. This is where I will send you announcements, and they should go directly to your campus Gmail. So you need to make sure that you're checking your campus Gmail regularly. I know almost all of you have a smartphone, and I want you to hook that up on your smartphone and check it, because that is how I will communicate with you when I send you emails. After announcements, we have people. So these would be all the enrolled students in the class. Now, I'm going to tell you up front, I think we're having some roster issues. I've received a couple emails and they were trying to resolve it over the weekend. So hopefully all of you are enrolled in the class. You can go and, well, if it shows up on your dashboard, then you know you're in the class. So moving down, we have Pages. Pages is the hub. It's where everything happens. So when you click on Pages, it says week 1, beginning January 16th to the 22nd, which is next Sunday. This will constitute our week, and on here, on this page, this is where I go over everything that you need to do. So in the first part of this page, here's our learning objective for week 1, is to understand some basic economic terms and time value of money. Our in-class assignment is our economic indicators worksheet, and our homework is time value of money and book problems. That will be the header, something similar every week, and we will advance each week. So next week when you go into Pages, you'll see week 2 beginning January 23rd, etc. Okay, so after you read the header, the next topic will be the tools necessary to complete assignments. You will need the assignment sheet. So this is the in-class economic indicators worksheet. Here's your week 1 homework. It tells you what you need to get done. You will need to use some Excel calculators. Here's some sample problems that are part of your homework, book problems part of your homework. And lastly, here's a video. This video is important that you watch. This is your video that helps you understand what you need to do this week, and it's on time value of money. Now, I did put a notation on here that I made this video last year. I'm not going to remake videos every year to repeat the same information, but it's all good. I just listened to it again. If there are notations from anything related to my class last year, you can just ignore it. Okay, so those are all the tools necessary, and it will also follow that format. And then down here at the bottom, you'll see assignment links. These are your 2 assignments that are due, economic indicators and sample problems. So when you click on these, for example, it will allow you, you as a student view, to upload your file here and submit it to me. So hopefully you'll see a window that will make it pretty easy for you to upload files, very similarly to what you did in D2L. Okay, I'm going to go back here under announcements. Welcome to Personal Finance. You should have received this in your email. And I'd like you to read through this. Again, our goal here is to establish this financial peace of mind. What I'm going to teach you is a lot of really good, well, I'll go through this during the syllabus, but you're going to learn many different financial topics. One of the first ones being taxes, for example. And what we do for taxes is you learn about how taxes work and really understand your tax return, and then you have the opportunity to just do your tax return as part of class and submit it online, of course, for both federal and state, and for free, which is most important. I give you some other information about assignments, which I'm going to go through when we review the syllabus. And this is our weekly schedule. A week begins on Monday, which is today, and ends next Sunday evening when all your homework is due by 11:59 on Sunday. You have an in-class assignment for my in-classroom students. You have in-class assignments that are due in class on Tuesday or Thursday during class. My online students, your what I call in-class assignment, which means the same assignment that the students in class did, is always due on Thursday. And then Sunday is the day for all homework to be submitted by all students. Here it'll say, as soon as I'm done with this orientation video, I'm going to post it right here, and you can look at it 10 times. Just kidding. It's not that interesting. Okay, so right now I'm going to just note these. Again, announcements, which will go to your email, pages, the hub of the course. I'm going to click on pages one more time, and I want to show you something else. Please remember this. This is week one, everything you're to do week one. However, if you click on this tab where it says View All Pages, we'll have a history of everything. So here's some Canvas tutorials for students, just in case you need to figure out how to do something. Myself, I use some of the tutorials in Canvas, but when I was making this, I just Google search something and it comes up with the answer. And I really think Canvas is self-explanatory. I think you're going to be okay navigating through Canvas. Here's some instructor information and my communication policy. So it has my office hours again, my office, my phone number, and again, texting me is just fine. If you want the fastest response, you will just go ahead and text me. If you have any questions for the class, I'd like you to go into the discussion forum and post there. I didn't expand this. Let me move this over a little bit. Cut off some of the text. Anyway, I will reply to those within 24 hours, and then I will hopefully get all your homework graded within 5 days. Right now, there's about 80 students in this class, which is twice the normal size. So let's be hopeful that we can keep them all, and recognize that it might take me a little longer to grade all these assignments. Okay, so I wanted you to go to the welcome announcement, which I've already talked about. And now I'm going to move on. Here's discussions. And again, that is where right now the Q&A about the course, which you could click on and post a question. Next we have quizzes. I don't have any quizzes out here right now. The quizzes tab is mostly for my online students in Business 320. You will take your quizzes here. My classroom students will take your quizzes in class. So, and they will all be given opened on the same day. My online students will have a timed quiz, and again, I'll go over that in more detail in the syllabus. Finally, we have grades. So when I start posting grades, you can go here and see your grade. And now I'm going to go to the syllabus. A couple things I want to point out right off the bat is for the book for the class, there is a fourth edition and a fifth edition. The fifth edition is on sale in the bookstore, and the fourth edition is available online. Since this class is about personal finance, otherwise known as money, I would prefer that you ordered the fourth edition online now, significantly cheaper. The difference in information from the fourth edition to the fifth edition is minimal, and yet the price is 5 or 6 times higher. So do the math. If you want to buy a brand new book and spend $150 or whatever it is based on the version in the bookstore, you are welcome to do that. Or you can buy a book for $20, $25, or even the cheapest you can find at the fourth edition online. And then we can take the difference between the two and start talking about investing your money. So again, order the book. You're going to need the book. Get it online. You have at least a week grace period before you will actually need the pages because I've provided the relevant information. Okay, here we go. I'm going to click on the syllabus. And it is right here. All right, this course consists of Business 320 and FCS 304. There is a classroom version of this and an online version, but you all are using the same Canvas hub. Again, my name is Kim Handy. Here's my telephone number. Communicate with me via text is fantastic. My office is B221A, and I am on campus on Tuesdays and Thursdays almost all day. In addition to teaching this class, I'm also a co-advisor with the Business Club, which takes place on Tuesdays and Thursdays activities, so I'm around all day on both of those days. My office hours are official office hours are 11:30 to 12 and 1:30 to 2 on both Tuesday and Thursday. The website is Canvas, and there's my email, HandyK. Again, the general course information is classroom and online. My classroom students really need to come to class because we do in-class assignments, maybe both on Tuesday and Thursday, and if you're not there, then you're not able to receive credit for the assignment. So it's important that you come to class. Again, my online students will listen to taped recordings to help them go through their homework each week, or you have the option of dropping into class if you want more information. This course is really about everything financial in your life. So we talk about various economic principles is just lays down the groundwork for what we're going to do. You will work on a culminating project, which is called a financial plan, that takes everything we learned throughout the semester and puts it all together in a personal sort of action plan for yourself. We talk about risk management, which is insurance for one thing, and then also some different asset allocation strategies to reduce your investment risk. We're going to focus a lot on credit and, again, investing, stock investing, bond investing, mutual funds, and exchange traded funds. There is a prerequisite for this course. It's either Business Math 105 or Math 28 with a grade of C or better, and I will go through an assessment check. If you don't meet this, you need to come talk to me right away so we can figure something out. Again, the text, I said the fourth or fifth edition, and I gave you the pictures, so please get on that right away. In addition to the text, we have supplemental readings, but we do this online, or I bring information into class, so you don't need to purchase anything for that. Course expectations, communicate with me. Again, you need to stay on top of this class. It's online for half of you, and sometimes that's difficult to do because you're all on your own out there. and I'm going to encourage you to do so. Again, if you have any questions, you can communicate with me. There's an email tab in Canvas, which goes directly to my email, or of course you can text me. I need you just to complete what I ask you to do. So if I ask you to read a chapter before class, that'd be great. If I don't, well, then you don't need to do it. Okay, this is a big one, how we submitted assignments. So I post course materials on Monday. So next Monday you'll see week 2. Official homework assignments are due Sunday, submitted in Canvas. If occasionally I ask my classroom students to bring something to class, well then that's how it'll go down. My online students, you will always submit in on Canvas. I don't take late homework, so the Dropbox closes, and I just won't grade it. In my opinion, you have assignments on Monday, and you have until Sunday to learn, listen to videos, complete the assignments, and submit, and that's a lot of time, plenty of time. Quizzes will be on scheduled dates. You have 6 scheduled quizzes. I keep 5 and drop the lowest score. Quizzes are important, and I will post the online quizzes for those students at the same day I give the quiz in class. They're on the calendar, which I'll get to a little later. So again, there's Canvas. You need to go here regularly and just stay up to date. I'm not perfect, and a lot of times I have to post additional information, or there'll be a question, and I'll add it to our week, whatever week we're working on, I'll add it to that page. So I would encourage you to visit regularly. For my in-class students, cell phones can be used as a calculator. We're in a computer lab, so we won't need to use our cell phones for research. And lastly, we do have a good time in this class. It becomes a very active class. It's not a quiet class at all, and that's how I like it. Hey, here's the grading structure. So homework is 20% of your grade. Quizzes are 50% of your grade. Again, I dropped the lowest quiz. Those in-class assignments for both classroom students and online students. Remember, my online students, your in-class assignments are due Thursday. It's just how I classify the work that's due Thursday. It's all called in class. That's 10%. You have a group project, which is a financial topic that I'll give you a list. You'll pick a financial topic, you'll do some research, and you will instruct the class on that topic. And this will be a more in-depth analysis of really important financial subjects that we need to understand a little bit deeper. And lastly, you have an individual financial plan. It's due the last day of class, and what it represents is a culmination of a lot of homework that we've done and what you've learned, and you have to put it all together. So that also involves a meeting with me, a personal meeting, and everybody is required to meet with me to talk about their financial plan, so including my online students. You must come one time and meet with me to discuss this, and it will be towards the latter part of the semester. All right, I already went over homework. Assigned Monday, due Sunday, 20%. Quizzes, 50%. 6, drop the lowest. In-class assignments, this is the only part that's a little confusing. Again, classroom in-class students will have in-class assignments during class, which you will complete and submit. Online students, you will receive the same assignments, but you will work on them and submit them by Thursday under the same link in Canvas. And again, those are 10% of your grade. Sometimes in your homework, I assign article reviews. If I ever assign you to look up articles, you not only have to find current articles within the last 6 months, but you have to summarize them into short paragraphs. And often I will ask students to volunteer and talk about their articles to the class. Online students, I may ask you to do a quick recording of your article review and post it to the discussion board. And I will go into more detail of that later. Discussion board posts, again, I use them. I'm going to, after this week, I'm going to put one out there for my online students to introduce themselves to the rest of the class. I already talked about the group project. Again, for online students, you will work in a Google Doc app or something similar so that I can see the progress among the group. That's why I will be invited to your shared document and make sure that everybody is working together. And finally, we have the financial plan. Okay, academic honesty. Cheating is a big deal. We run an application in Canvas that looks for commonality among homework assignments. So I wouldn't work together. I mean, you can, but make sure you do your own work. And again, this is a big deal, so let's just keep it above board. Additional materials, so we do have two business labs. We have the Open Computer Lab in B151 for all our students. This is where our class will be actually in B151. And then lastly, we have the Business Students Center in B152, which is kind of around the corner on the door facing the baseball field. And that's a great place to go receive some help. Of course, you can always come see me in my office hours, and you're welcome. Come anytime. Attendance and drop policy. This is very important. If you miss a week of class, I can drop you. For my classroom students, my online students, if I see that you haven't participated for a week, I can drop you also. And I will. I will. If I don't see you working, submitting homework, then I will go ahead. I will consider that a lack of participation and drop you from the class. I'm going to tell you right up front that we've had some issues with students who enroll in all these classes, receive financial aid, and then just never go. So right now, it's faculty's responsibility to monitor attendance in our classes, and I will be doing that. Actually, I don't want to drop anybody from the class because I think it's that important. Okay, here's our division dean. So if you have any serious issues that I can't resolve, you can go contact the division dean. Or for any other information that you have, you want to challenge a class, or I don't know, they know everything. Okay, the last thing that's on here is the course schedule. I'm going to try to stick with this as best I can. It goes by week and by chapter. So again, we're in week 1, chapter 1, overview and time value of money, etc. Taxes, savings, bonds, stocks, mutual funds. Look at all these great topics we're going to cover. We go here during spring break. We're not going to have any homework. I don't want to do homework on spring break, so I'm sure you don't either. This is your group project. This is at assigned financial topics, so we'll be doing that. This will be research and presentations, and it will take us to class periods because we will have at least 8 topics. Lastly, we're going to do risk management. Then we're going to do several financial planning meetings, and our final is on, for my classroom students, is on May 16th from 12:45 to 2:45, and in that we'll talk about estate planning and the investment game. Now, I forgot to mention the investment game, but it is up here. It is a stock game where individual students or a team of students come up with a stock portfolio, and they want to, throughout the last 8 or 9 weeks of the course, they want to make as much money as possible and win the game. And there is a prize for winning the game for each team member or solo member if you decide to do it on your own. All right, so that is the syllabus. I'm going to pop back in here. There's your link to the syllabus. Again, the book information. Your first week's assignments are already out here. Again, announcements. Pages is the hub. Week 1. Here's your summary. What you need to complete this week's assignments, the video link, and lastly the assignment links where you will go to submit these. So let's try it. Let's see how it works this week. Again, post any questions you have on that Q&A discussion, or go ahead, if I move this over again, There's a link to email here, so I can go to my inbox and see anything that you've sent me here in Canvas, or I can go outside to my Exchange. I think right now uh, I can send you all a message. So if I select my course, wow, I think that will go to all of you. So maybe some of you will see your names. Okay, I'm going to finish up this recording and post this, and I will see some of you on Tuesday, tomorrow, and I will be available for the rest of my online students if you need me. Thanks so much, and have a great semester.